All right, we're back again with another episode of Roofer Reflections. I'm really excited to have Jose here. Jose, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You have a long sort of experience at different companies. All it looks like all within roofing. When did you start?
I was in high school and I didn't have technically what do you call a vision of going to college at that time. I don't think I was ready mentally to take on that challenge. So a professor of mine came up to me and she's kind of asked me what I was going to do, and I just said I was going to go in the some type of construction trade. At the time, I had picked the bricklayer, and her husband was part of a program, the Indiana Plan. It was a pre-apprenticeship program to help for placement. So I was applied. I got accepted into the program. It was a 2-week program from Ivy Tech. The professor told us that we were going into summer season and that many contractors were going to be coming in for summer help. A roofing contractor came in about a week into the program. They just basically, asked everyone, how do you, who's interested? And 3 people raised their hand. And I was the last, he went down the line and I was the 3rd person, and I had the car, the driver's license, and probably the capability of doing it. So I went and I never made it back. I ended up roofing, and I'm 46 years old. That was at 18 years old.
Did it come naturally to you?
I believe construction in general came natural. I felt, and that's going back to what, I explained, I don't think I was mentally ready for college at that time because I just hadn't prepared for it. I went to school later on in life, and the story goes is that I roofed. I got into the union right away. I completed an apprenticeship. About 13 years in, probably, I started entertaining going back to school because the union, it was good, but you could only move up the channel so far, or the chain. Yeah. I felt that wasn't going to be enough for me. So I started exploring colleges, how I can get through school. The ultimate goal was to become a Purdue graduate, Purdue University, out of the construction program. So I would work about 8-10 hours during the day and then go to college at night. And University of Phoenix at the time was the only one that could entertain, get me through a bachelor's at night and still complete it in a reasonable time. So I want to say I completed a master's program in 4.5 years, which was still pretty good considering I was working, full time. So I think undergrad came pretty easy for me at that age because I returned when I was 30 years old. Once I was getting closer to the finish line of undergrad, I called Purdue, the director, again, and I told him, hey, I'm getting to the finish line. He told me when to apply. I want to say I graduated in June. By August, I was already in my master's program for Purdue. Started that, completed that in 2.5 years. And then I applied for my doctorate, and they accepted me too. So I only completed about 2 or 2.5 years of that. And when I started getting to my dissertation, it did start getting difficult because that part of the program was going to take up a significant amount of time. And I still had young kids in the mix. And with the work schedule and trying to basically build my career, it just wasn't all going to fit in. There was not enough time in the day, and a dissertation from Purdue is not, from any college, any college, you won't be able to just wing it. There's, true people that have true experience that are going to, know if you didn't put the effort in, and it's going to show up when you go in front of, the board and try to explain, present your dissertation. I just didn't want to, go in there and just embarrass Purdue like that because, Purdue is for construction, it's one of the best programs in the country. So
for people that are not part of the roofing industry, thinking about jumping in, what advice do you have for them?
I tell people people don't wake up and say, I want to be a roofer, or when I graduate high school, I want to be a roofer. You kind of fall into it. It's a great career. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it didn't provide. I would have never entertained it. It's something you have to, it's a craft that you do really have to learn, and you do have to put effort. I would say the more effort you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. But that's all across all industries. But roofing, especially because we're heading into a time where like a lot of blue collar or trades, people can't find help right now. And people are heading in a different direction of like college or vice versa. I mean, apprenticeships, the starting pay is not, I mean, it's good, but I would say there's other companies that are comparable. You have to keep your eye focused on the end game. What is to come at the end. It's like college. I mean, you can't focus on the first year. You have to focus on when you receive that degree, what exactly you're going to get with that degree, like maybe, opportunity at work at a major company, or somebody, a company that you always desired working for because you're following that industry. The same thing with roofing, like, finish your apprenticeship, do it correctly, put the work in, because I can say one thing, that if you're a good worker and you do good work, most likely you'll always stay busy as long as you're in an geographical area where roofing is very big. Like I'm in the Chicagoland area, roofing is very big here. It's one of the biggest in the country. So, will you have a problem, finding a job if you're a good roofer? Probably not. There's a lot of flexibility with a lot of things. You just have to effort and commitment. That's it. That's the word, commitment.